Okay, this is going to be a talk about who killed Kennedy and why. This is the car that the neighbor drove Lee Harvey Oswald to the book depository on. Now, it's here at the Wax Museum in San Antonio, Texas. Here's the certificate of authenticity. He did not want this car after it happened. Now, did Oswald shoot at Kennedy? Yes, he absolutely did. Was his the fatal shot? No, it wasn't. That shot came from the grassy knoll. There were, I want you to look up the three hobos. These were three guys, and they weren't hobos. They just called them the three hobos because they had no identification. One of them bears a striking resemblance to one of the men arrested for the assassination of Judge John Woods here in San Antonio, and that man was Woody Harrelson's father, the actor Woody Harrelson. And if you look at the picture of the three hobos, he looks like one of them. Now, why did they kill Kennedy? Well, there were several reasons. The first one, he wanted to audit the Federal Reserve. That was never going to be allowed to happen, and it ultimately wasn't, because you can tell why. The reasons that the reasons why he was killed was because the things that did and did not happen with Johnson. So the Federal Reserve was never audited. That alone will get you killed. Two, he wanted to make Israel give up their nuclear bomb program. What did LBJ enact? The Don't Ask, Don't Tell. It was the least kept secret on earth that Israel did not have a nuclear stockpile. Now they're out in the open about it. But at the time, it was Johnson initiated the Don't Ask, Don't Tell about the Israeli nuclear bomb. It was commonly thought that JFK was not going to escalate. The war in Vietnam was barely going on when he was there. LBJ went full-blown on it. And the last, but certainly not least, and the nail of the coffin was he gave this speech called the Secret Society speech. He gave it to the press corps. Now, I'd like for you to listen to that Secret Society speech, and he calls them out and talks about how we have to break up their power. Well, that was the final nail in the coffin for Kennedy. And another thing I'd like to point out while I'm here, this is the largest picture of the Life magazine with a photo cover of Lee Harvey Oswald. And I want you to really study this. The shadows in this thing are incongruent. Also, try to stand the same way that he's standing here, even with the counterbalance of the rifle in his hand. Just try to stand that way. He's standing at a very unnatural angle. There's obviously two light sources, so this was a composite picture. There was one where the sun's coming in at the angle over Oswald himself and the shadow on the ground, and then some of these other shadows were obviously at a slightly different angle. Anyway, check out the Secret Society speech, and I'm out.